you, I'm a lucky charm. I hold you close in the night in my arms. And when we open our eyes, my worries fade away. 'Cause you gave me your heart in the light of day, in the light of day. And when we open our eyes, my worries fade away. 'Cause you gave me your heart in the light of day, in the light of day. Delight, you are my lucky charm. I hold you close in the night in my arms. And when we open our eyes, my worries fade away. 'Cause you gave me your heart in the light of day, in the light of day.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope boys are having a wonderful, beautiful evening. I still didn't get to fix this. I'll hopefully do that by Tuesday. Probably not, honestly. Let's be honest, dude. If I haven't fixed that now, there's a good chance I'm gonna be busy with other things. But yo, TK with the dono and the membership, my man. Thank you so much, my guy. No alert. I don't know why the alerts are broken. The alerts have been like this, I'm assuming all day, because Streamlabs has not been loading for me at all. But yeah, can I replay that? Oh yeah, no, it's just not even loading at all. It was having a hard time loading. Now it's just not even doing anything. I don't know if I'll be able to replay the alert, but yo, TK, my man, I appreciate you. Thanks so much for becoming a member yet again. Thank you so much, my guy, for continued support. I really do appreciate it. If I can replay the alert just to give you the proper credit. Can I replay it?
It's a momentous occasion. We got a bunch of priests and a paladin. It is literally the holy. Oh my!
There it is.
Baby,
There it is, baby. Thank you so much, my man. Appreciate it. I appreciate it.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
That is how you do it. How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Anyway, boys, we got ourselves more 5v5 1v1 duels for the evening. I haven't been on WoW today at all. So this is going to be first time for me logging in. By the way, they came out with a pretty big panel over for Gamescom, going over basically the class changes, the talent changes, hero talent changes. They didn't go through every single one detail. You can't see every single spec in the game for the moment. But we know of the basic changes they're going to be doing for everybody. Like there's going to be a whole new set of more class talents for you to allocate into your class tree, more hero talents, hero talents. There's a whole row of them now for every single playstyle out there. So that's going to be pretty cool. And then there's even like 4 more talents you can put in the spec tree. And then a new talent that can basically be put in up to 4 ranks into that talent. It's going to be a big transformative talent, the Apex talent. I don't know if we're going to have a lot of them or if we're just going to have one Apex talent, but it's like, basically it's like a beefy version of a talent that could get even better than ever before. But yeah, let me try to see if we can get some groups going right now, real quick. Molten Core, 5v5 1v1 duel. Let's group. Here we are. Now we're good. I'm about to finish Thanos art, getting my 6 set, 4 set with 900 out. Yo, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. Varka, I haven't seen that name in a second, but we got the groups up and running, boys. If y'all want to join in for 5v5 1v1 duels, you're more than welcome to. We're gonna have my man Boris joining tonight, because last time he was able to make us a group and lead one. If Caneric is on, I'd like to get him in here too if I can. Also, let me post how to join duels if you guys are interested in joining some duels tonight. Prez looks so good. Yeah, reversion is going to be like a big chunky Death Strike boy. It is, actually. It is. It looks like it's going to be like an AoE reversion. And I think the new reversion is supposed to have all the benefits of the original reversion, like that reversing damage effect, but they're amping it up even more. But it's like a reversion that hits everybody, or if you have like less than 5 targets, it'll just like juice up those targets. So it should be good in raid, should be good in dungeons. Should allow for like a big reversion build, but it also changes reversion to green Dragonflight spell, so it'll interact with other green abilities. So there's some class talents in the class tree that juice up green specifically, so it's going to be a little bit more green output, and Dream Breath ability juice. That should be really, really good. I'm gonna be the best echo heal now, big W. Yeah, imagine spreading all those echoes and then hit a big reversion and everybody gets like a version of it. I don't think you're gonna get the AoE, but echo that, unless you're just like gonna put like 1, 2, 3, 4 echoes, giga AoE reversion, and everybody gets hit by like an AoE, right? That'd be sick. That'd be insane. I don't know if that's how it's gonna function. I think maybe you'll like, you will be able to like copy the primary. I don't think you'll be able to copy the AoE. Who knows, honestly? Who knows? But it looks really good. And then, of course, the Demon Hunter one with the Devourer spec. They have, like, the big Cosmic Stars, 100% crit chance. And then it has crit scaling with the 4th Talon Point rank. And it is now instantly granted to you as soon as you activate meta. And yeah, we were right about that meta, by the way. No cooldown, but it's going to be energy based. So you need to build up a decent bit of energy and resources before you can pop meta in order to stay in it for as long as possible. And it's going to drain Fury. So Fury is going to stay as a resource. You are going to have soul fragments, but then also Fury as a primary resource. It looks like maybe you'll have to build Fury slower than the other Demon Hunter specs, because you build it and spend it very quickly. But this one you might build it up slowly. Very similar to like Demonology Warlocks back in MoP. But yeah, it looks cool. It's really going to be best. Yeah, there's a way to think about new Demon Hunter spec is going to be a little more height. It looks good, and apparently it's going to be full intellect and actually mid-range, and it's going to count as a range spec for like mechanics. It is going to count as a range. Alrighty, let me see if I can potentially send out a couple of whispers here and there to see if I can get some groups up and running for duels tonight. Yeah. Layson, get in here, my man. I don't know if Night King is making a group or if he because this is my group right here. We got Hockey. I need 2 more bodies and we have this group set. I'll need a second one up and running. I don't know if Blue Dragon or Body Count wants to join in potentially. I used to have bot account join these pretty regularly, man. Maybe I'll be like, yo, wanna join some? Yo, wanna join some? You know what? I'll ask bot account once we actually get into groups together and see if he'll be down for it then. I don't know if Seawork also will be joining either. Hey, wanna join? Can't spell. Hey, wanna join 5V5 Duels next? Let's see if I can get him in here. Hockey Windows in. Jay's a PvE guy. Caneric, yo, Duels tonight? I don't see Chills or Chicago, but I wonder if they'll be on in a little bit here. So those two sometimes log on a little bit earlier. Oh no, Night King is on. He's on a Halls of Atonement. Okay, PvE grinding. I get it. Probably trying to, I imagine going for the trinket maybe? What weapons are they going to use? So as far as I understand, Warglaives are still going to be the weapons of choice. But Warglaives are also going to be adjusted to have intellect as a stat on them as well. So I think it might be our first spec that can dual wield intellect weapons. So maybe for them, Warglaive will be the only weapon that they can use. Technically, there are swords and other weapons like that. They have intellect on them. Maybe they'll wield a Warglaive in an offhand. But I think they'll go for double Warglaive though, aren't they? Pretty sure. Pretty sure. But I imagine like intellect swords, or if there's intellect axes maybe, they might be able to wield those. But I think Warglaives is going to be their primary weapon, as those are apparently going to be adjusted to have agility and intellect, because intellect will be their stat, will be their main stat. See, maybe Rev wants to join in. Hey Rev, wanna join 5V5 Duels, friend? Because this group will still need 2 more, and then we'll need to make a second group together. Yo, Duels tonight? Potentially, possibly. My guy, invite Caneric. Okay, with Caneric we got ourselves 5, but minus me is 4. But then we need one boss and convert this into a raid. And I'll make Caneric lead for this one. I think it's gonna make it easier for me. Anyway, talk about yeah, I'm excited for it too. Never forget the last time we had dual wield capable caster, they had a nerf him by making int weapons main hand only. That is another thing. True, that is another thing as well. Because swords and one-handers have more intellect. That's why you get an offhand with less intellect, right? I am wondering how it's going to work for them. They might be locked to just using Warglaives as the only weapon that they can play, right? That might be their limitation, is only Warglaives as like a unique weapon for them. But they basically share a Warglaive with other Demon Hunters. But that might be the only weapon they get to play. I think I'll say goodbye to Havoc. Yeah, after Devourer comes out, I feel like people are just going to be like, bye-bye Havoc and Vengeance. Hello, Devourer. I think that thing is going to be really good. Imagine the Devourer inside of like a caster composition. Depending on what kind of tools it brings, because we don't really know everything that it's going to bring in terms of like utility or whatever. Like maybe they'll keep Havoc and Vengeance like CC, but this guy's just going to be a damage bot or something with a lot of mobility. Who knows, right? It's all new and exciting, right? We have no idea what they're gonna do with any of these things, man. We have no idea what they're gonna do with this spec, but I am excited, as I think it'll be really fun to try to see if we can, you know, try to see what kind of like what kind of info we'll get out of it in the future. Let's see if we can pull this up here, just so I can have the chat, so I can easily keep up with who I did ask, who I didn't ask. Rosie, we need Rosie here as well, if possible. I don't think Furious Go joined last time. Hero is a PvE guy, although he does PvP. Wait, Kevin? Yo, wanna join Duels, friend? Tonight, friend? Kevin is on. Hold on, Kevin is on. Covey, hey, Duels tonight? I forgot Covey too. I forgot Covey. Yeah. He's the evoker / feral. Law for life. Push good possible. Oh, okay. No. Kevin, let me know when to inv. Okay, we can get Kevin, and Kevin will make the 5th for this group, and we'll make a second group, Night King and all them other boys in there. Shaman power, yo, get more shamans in there, dude. Just said they'll release new spec in the pre-patch when it's gonna release. Do you have any specific date in mind? I personally don't have any. I guess we'll find out, because it said the alpha for Midnight is gonna be up in like a week or 2, right? So if the alpha is out in about a week or 2, we should be getting a lot more information on it, man. Real soon. Kevin is ready. Beautiful. So that'll be Epic Morales joining Team 5. That's a lot of paladins on this team. We'll just have to run with it, I think. There's a lot of palas, but like let's just try to see if you can put groups together, and then maybe we can shuffle some of the paladins around. How does that sound, chat? Okay, making Forsaken lead. I think it's Forsaken, right? Caneric. Is Caneric and Forsaken? Forsaken lead. Beautiful. Getting second team up real quick. Hopefully without any quotes. Hopefully not like real quick. You know what I mean? Holy shit. Chat, I needed these duels, man. I needed these duels. I was going back and forth in the O chat and like about the raids and stuff, and holy shit. You ever just talk to somebody like super insanely dense that just like where you have to like you have to explain same points you've just explained, and you just doing it just because you're nice, and it's like, dude, that's the I needed a break, dude. I needed a mental break. I was going through like a mental battle, and it was, I guess, like a stone wall. It was bad, bro. It was bad. Holy. Yo. Those after key? Question mark? See if Chills is down for it. I want to see if Seawork is down to join too. Hey. Oh wait, wrong guy. What's Seawork? Is he not on? He just got off as soon as I was looking for him. Hey. CJ, did I message you yet? No, I didn't. Hey, duels tonight? Getting groups together now. Did I message Trickster? I don't think I messaged Trickster either. Okay, we'll try to see if we can put this group together. What we may do with Team Caneric, all those paladins on that team, we may have to send, depending how many paladins we got on this team, on the second team, we may have to send a pally over till we just don't have too many paladins on one team. We're just getting the groups together, and yeah, gotta get them up and running. CJ is down to join in. Beautiful. Ovi is still waiting for a response. Lux, maybe? Isn't Demon Hunter? Or is he Feral Druid? I'm pretty sure Lux is a Feral Druid, right? Metsu. I feel like I asked Metsu last week, but he never messaged me back, so I don't know. Suramar. I was gonna say for a second, like, what are you doing in Suramar, my man? What are you doing in Suramar? Legion Remix ain't up yet. Hey, those? Oh no, I messaged Tricks already. Never mind. Okay, so with CJ, we'll still need formal bodies. I think if you should gear for Guardian or Feral, honestly, it looks like there's a lot of Ferals getting quite a bit of play. Ferals, Arrestor Druids, and Boomies, even though Boomies are not the most popular right now, they're still doing okay. I would say Feral looking real good, especially in physical damage comps. If you ever wanted to play Feral, I think that's probably one of the better seasons. Unless like something happens, I think it's like looking like a really good season for them specifically, man. Specifically for them. Yeah, so I would, if I were you and I didn't want to play a healer, I'd be gearing a Feral. It looks like it'll be as good as it can be. I'm gonna leave. Okay. Cool. So Reverence cannot play tonight. He's about to go out and touch some grass. Good for you. Does Ball want to join in? Hey, friend, wanna join 5V5 Duels? I'll ask anyway. I don't think Ball join these in a second, but I'm gonna ask anyway, dude. I'm gonna be a homie. Mogambala. Let's see if body count wasn't joining, dude. Him on Rogue was nutty. Not quite Trickster level, but nutty. But yeah. Hey dude, do you know someone from Ukraine? Do you know someone from Ukraine? Wait, hey, hi dude, do you know someone from Ukraine? Like, just somebody, anybody? Does celebrity count, or does it have to be like a person I know? I mean, if you want to be like bored, bro, as a prot, I don't really know about that, but you know, is that just like, do I know anybody? Look, I was born in Russia, and in Russia, like, besides everything you hear about like the war and stuff, pre-war, like, there's a lot of Russians that lived in Ukraine and a lot of Ukrainians that lived in Russia. Is there a chance that I met somebody that was from Ukraine? Pretty good chance, dude, because the actual people outside of the government, the actual people that live locally, are so like, there's so many similarities there's a good chance that I knew somebody that was born from Ukraine at some point in my life, probably. Do I know somebody that's like I know for sure? I left when I was kind of young. I'm assuming most of them were from, I don't know, dude. I'm assuming most of them were from Russia. Is there a good chance somebody was Ukrainian? Probably. I don't have no idea. It's again, culturally, people were so interchangeable. There's no differences. They're like the same things. They talk about the same things, dude. You know what I mean? There really is not that many cultural differences, like at all. Minus like a couple of language things. Like Ukrainian language sounds like drunken Russian, and I'm pretty sure it sounds the same way for them too. But like in Russian, you have a word for like cat, like kitty. You want to say kitty, koska. You want to say something like that. But in Ukrainian, it'll be like kishinyata. It sounds like guts. It sounds like intestines. And it's like, it's like a drunk Russian. You know what I mean? Ukraine is horde, by the way. What does that mean, man? Ukraine is horde, by the way. I have no idea, bro. I'm not here making some kind of political statement. Sure, invite. All right, we got Trickster in on this team. Beautiful. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright, so we still need like 3 more bodies. If Night King was for me, that's 2 more bodies. If Chicago logs on, that's 1 more body. And then if I don't know, Seavark or Boris hops on or whoever, then we're good. Then we're chilling. Actually, I do want to see if Boris is around. Yo, playing tonight? Also, where's Flax, man? Flaxing, I miss that guy. Miss that guy. Similar culture and appearance to that of orcs. What? Huh? I wouldn't know, man. I have no idea. Honestly, I don't really know how to respond. I don't really know what you're trying to say. I have no idea. Hold on. Orcs? You mean like spikes? And like war chiefs and shit like that? I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. I don't really know. If you said something like Tauran Native American, like I could see it, feathers and stuff, totems and things, like it's obviously inspired, but like I don't know Cossacks. Let's just do this. I have no comment. Yeah, I don't know what the hell Cossacks really is. I have no idea. I always assumed it's like a region somewhere, but I'm not like a geography whiz, bro. Like, honestly, that's just saying me. All right, well, Mulatto, that's actually an extra body that is solid body. Fools is a PvE guy, unfortunately. Okay, so we got, if Suzy responds, that's a body. Rosie, that would be another body potentially. And the Chills, that would be another body too. So we got a couple of bodies. I'm just waiting for whispers back. I'm just waiting for responses. Otherwise, I think we mostly have groups ready or mostly good to go. Depending on how many like bodies we get that are non-pally, we will have to send 1 paladin over from one team to this team. We will have to do a pally swap with 1 body because too many paladins in one team is just like not that fun. Yeah, stop talking about that. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. Now you're from Ukraine, live in US your whole life. I am from Russia. Originally, my lineage goes to like Poland, and then at some point, grand, whoever the hell, moved away from Poland to Russia to escape the famine. So I was originally born in Russia, a city of Yekaterinburg. It's like a nice little town next to Ural Mountains. The mountains separate Europe and Asia. There's even like a cool little spot where you can like have 1 foot in Europe, 1 foot in Asia, technically speaking. But like, you know, because it's like a pretty big continent, right? And Russia spans all of it. I was born in the mountains of Russia. Fairly big city or whatever. But I've been to Ukraine like as a vacation thing or whatever. And like, Russia itself just has like the old USSR, you know how it used to be Russia and all these other little countries part of like a big whole or whatever. People still intermingle with one another, like culturally they're all very, very similar to one another. People like move crisscross everywhere. So like, yeah. So earlier answer like going on someone from Ukraine, pretty good chance I probably did know somebody from Ukraine. I just didn't even know it. Like again, I was young. I was like a kid, dude. I was a kid. I had no idea. You know what I mean? But I've been living in the US most of my life at this point, I'd say. Yeah, I've been living in the US a majority of my life at this point. Yeah, I mean, I moved like when I was kind of young-ish or whatever. teenage years, grew up here in US, which was absolutely amazing. Absolutely no acne. Where I was having constant health issues living in Russia. Growing up in US, fresh air, all that, clean air. It was nice, man. Chills, what's bringing me back? That's an extra body. We'll need an extra one after that, but with chills, that'll be solid. And then we will need to do a quick switcheroo of a body versus Team Kineric and this team, probably a Pally. I'll let you pick up a Pally here. Golden Horde and Cossacks and basic orcs. What the hell is Golden Horde? And again, I don't know what Cossacks are, to be honest. I have no idea. Again, I always assume there's like a region somewhere, but like I'm not a geography whiz. Only map of geography I kind of care about is WoW, dude. Honestly, 2 people. Look at Chill got 2. Awesome, nice. Got spot for 2, which is perfect. So we'll get Chills in a +1, and then we'll probably need to switch somebody. How to kill a has for percent? Okay. Okay. But yeah, we'll probably need to send either Lotto or Murder Wing might have to swap over to the team with the Paladins. Basically, whoever goes to the other team has to fight less Paladins. Honestly, like, you'll be happier. What are you gonna level 19 on the first? For Midnight? Oh, I don't even, probably, I'm hoping Rogue is good, but like, if Rogue is abandoned for Midnight, bro, I might just have to, like, the class is in a good spot, but it is super frustrating at times to play Rogue, man. The amount of stuff you have to manage right now, I do feel like a cognitive overload, dude. Thank God I got some weak auras for that stuff. But if they simplify my spec, probably Rogue, if they continue making it good. But that Demon Hunter spec looking good, honestly. Look at actually really fun. I feel like if you ever wanted to switch over to a new main, that Demon Hunter spec seems like it'll be a lot of fun. And likely will be very strong. A new hot commodity spec usually tends to be really good. Remember AUG? It was good for like 4 seasons or something. It was crazy. It was insane for season after season after season after season. Until the nerf did in season 2. It's still viable. You can still play it if you want to. But like, it's not mandatory anymore, which is so nice. Mick Sharpens. Yo, let's go. And Boris also will be joining later as well. Okay, we need to shuffle 1 Pala to this team. Okay, so what's we're gonna do? Kenderic, hey, can you open up your team in LFG under Molten Core so we can shift your 1 Pala from your team to us. And Trixie messaged me as well. Top the other team if needed. We can swap. We'll have to take 1 Pally. I mean, if you want to go over there, errorless, you can if you want to. I don't want to fight. I mean, if you want to volunteer, I'm cool with that. No, it's just 3 Pallies, but they're gonna be down to 2 Paladins. It's only 2 Paladins on that team, but not 4. Not 4. It's 3. So Kineric, if Kineric can put his team up in LFG. One of the Paladins from Team Kineric can volunteer to come over to Team Chill Pills. And then somebody from Team Chills that we're in right now can volunteer, like Trickster's volunteering, to go to the Team Pala. Just so we don't have 3 Paladins on one team. That's what we're really trying to do. So if you can list it in LFG, and we can just have like Pally re-sign up for our team, we'll take him, and somebody can sign up to the other team, and they'll take them, and then we got 5 and 5 with not too many Paladins per team. It'll be perfect. It'll be very, very perfect. It'll be great. I'm gonna see what the beta says, pick a talent. I'm gonna see what beta says and pick a tank. Yeah, tank. I think picking a class with a tank spec is probably not a bad move. Especially if they do like any big changes for tanks too, that should be good. But yeah, that Demon Hunter spec is gonna be insane. At least for like an entire expansion. Like that seems like it's gonna be the go-to. Okay, don't have authenticator. Lol. Oh, okay. Send 1 Paladin over to our team. Just have 1 volunteer and I'll come over and get the other person into your team. Okay, so since Kineric can't do LFG stuff at the moment, just send 1 Pally over to our team. I'll grab them, and then while those, I'll join your team, list it in LFG, and then somebody can come over. And Trickster is volunteering, so RMPXO is already volunteering to go over there, so basically this team can stay as they are. But yeah, any pally. If Kevin wants to hop on over, or Layson, if he wants to hop over, probably should keep Chilpas and Layson away from each other, just because I feel like those two are the big juggernauts of the team, right? Varka, perfect. Perfect. So this team is now going to be delisted. I'm going to make Chilpas lead. Almost removed them because I'm dumb. I'll leave, invite, and I'll go make the group in LFG for Team Kineric. Then Trickster can join this group via LFG. We're doing this, boys. Pass me lead real quick. Yep. Do the thing, pass me lead, all that stuff. Even better if everybody's in stream, seeing exactly what I'm doing, so you can see exactly what's going on. Here we go. Group is open. Trickster. Or if like murder, like somebody got a volunteer, not all at once, just one person. If Trickster wants to hop on over, we can get him in. But like, I can totally see Murder Wing just looking at Pally Squad and be like, maybe I want to be Pally team. There we go, RMPXO. Beautiful. Cool, and we can shuffle the teams if like we feel like there's a bit of a disbalance. We can always shuffle them around. Change some teams up a little bit. Perfect. We're good. Match. Kineric and Night King 5 in the grand one. We're in, baby. Moonguard, let's get it, dude. Yeah, get the Moonguards in here, dude. Get them NA Moonguard homies in here, dude. Actually, Moonguard homies were popping off last week. It is wild. It is crazy. Moonguard out in strong force representing it, dude. Represent. Give the server a good name, man. They're actually insane, bro. They'll just absolutely go in, dominate PvP, they go like to Gold Shine, then just go European. Absolute chat behavior. Degenerate chat behavior. Alright, switch. Looking forward to Pallet Tank and Zero Tier. Oh, it's a stat squish. Apparently we're gonna do damage in hundreds and thousands, not in millions. But like 1,000 DPS should apparently be a lot. Or one hits for 1,000, apparently it's gonna be a big number. I'm excited for that too. Chilpo's over for that team too. Full rad ready to go. That's a good looking set, dude. Oh, them shoulders look so good, dude. They did some good work with them Dragonflight sets, honestly. Lotta Survival, hell of a mog. Parody Survival Hunter. We got ourselves Mick, we got ourselves Murder Wing, as well as Varkanara farming, bro. Not enough people do it. Instant silence out for Chills onto Forsaken. Instantly just clobbering down with the army of undead. Seeing AMS, Chills just back it up out of the completely. Sending out as much rage damage. Look at him just raging down Forsaken. He's got some Raiders on him, but Forsaken might be in a bit of trouble. Try to see if he can get himself line of sight. Got himself that death pack, but not a lot of healing, especially with all that cleaving damage from range for Chills. With Epic Morale is gonna be up next, charging out, instantly hit with a slow. Chilpa's might need a Stonebreaker here. Immediate Stonebreaker is just running in to try to see if he can bait a Hodge out of him. Doing some damage in the opener, and is gonna back up out of there before AMS runs out. Morales mounting up on a horse, charging at him, gonna be slow immediately for Chills. It is gonna back up out of there. Needs to make sure that the riders are on Morales. That extra pet damage is gonna be kind of brutal, by the way, especially if you get yourself a tier set. Because that's going to make the, big silence onto Morales, full army of undead. Does not look like, no, he's not running tier set. Otherwise, we'd see Whitemane. Look at that pet damage. The pets are just leaving him apart. He just pressed lay on hands, and his health is already on nearly half health. What is this burst? Chills is able to burst him down with a big apocalypse. Just walk up out of there, let the pets claw him down. Wake of Ashes stunning the army of undeads as they're falling apart little by little. Quick kick onto Morales. Needs to be very careful with that Hodge. Pre-AMS on the Hodge is going to be huge. I don't know if he has any other outs, otherwise human racial. Blind as he drops down Dome. Epic Morales with a quick heal. Interrupted Unholy. Not going to be able to get a bubble at him, unfortunately. At least I don't think he is. Bubble is out. Chills just needs to live. Wraith walking out of here. He just got his boots on and he's walking out of here. Walking on out of here. Horsing on out of here. Horsing around in this arena. Full silence on the Morales. Might be a big execute. Range damage in the Unholy Death Knight. Summons up the army of undead, letting them claw and tear at the target as he backs up out of them. Big chicken on a fast approach, able to dodge out away from those death and decay. Chills waiting out for the death pick to be gone. Chills seeing Big Chicken popping out into Boomkit form for a second, setting the pets in. That a ghoul or A-bomb should do a decent bit of damage if you can stay on top of chicken. Looks like he does dissipate. Chills are waiting out every 45 seconds. He got some big bursts, but he may have to wait whatever cooldowns allow him. He may not be able to fight outside of his CDs, unfortunately. An early Death Knight may be a little bit too much of a cooldown heavy of a spec. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Which map you'd like? Yeah, we can do less of like pillar humpy maps if you guys want to. A lot of maps have pillars and there's not much you can do about it. But like, we can do Lordaeron if you guys want. We can send you guys into Lordaeron. Then there's, what is there? There's the Black Cold. Is that pillar humpy? There's a pillar like down the middle. But like, you know, silence into a rude by big chicken gives an opportunity to get some cast off. This is actually massive. It's going to be some barrages out with star surges. Shield was able to go behind the pillar. That's still a lot of damage. And you also got the Dryad walking in too. I wonder if the Dryad was able to help big chicken bank up a massive star surge. I want to see this next Kamehameha he's got going on. Just may need the silence for it and lock it down, not let it do anything at all. Trying to go for root on the pet. Does he get the dots? Disarm, silence to trade. Walking out of there, that's a full army of Addons walking in. Does get a short stun with a Shadow Meld, which is massive. Full trees are in, trying to get himself a big setup. There's going to be Star Surges in, but mad damage on the Chopas though. Huge output on the Big Chicken. Does go for the Bash. Needs a lot of healing right now. Trying to get some Wraths. Actually got a lot of damage with the Chills, but barely. Chills does end up doing just a little bit more than he. That is a lot of damage, and Chills left with not a lot of health. RMPXO, technically Chills does have Death Pact. Is gonna go for Death Strikes. Through that Death Pact is brutal. Trinket immediately for RMP. Got himself some Shadow Strikes. Blades out and everything available. Shields does not have a lot of defenses to work with here. AMS, Death Strikes barely doing much though. Unfortunately. If he was given an opportunity to let that, ooh, Murder Wing with a full combo. Wait, is RP just dead? Blind? You don't trinket that. Do you even have a trinket? Are you just running like combat damage trinkets? RP trying to see if he can get himself a reset. Does go for a cheap shot. No outs. Murder Wing's gonna need something here to live. May need an immunity. Does get immunity. Does he have the damage though? Disintegrate? Hopefully he walked in with a PV. Maybe he was in PvE gear? Maybe not. Hard to tell. Lotto does have the pet. It does actually cash for RMP, it looks like. I think where's the massive pillars? Okay. Lord Iron? I can do Lordaeron. Yeah, if you guys are wanting maps with less pillars, I feel like the grand pillars are not the biggest. Rip to my rogue, you're fine. Wait, unless you made a mistake with your gear, I think you'll be fine though, right? Unless Survival Hunter is just that hard of a counter. Survival Hunters and Hunters in general can be a little bit tough though, to be honest, especially with them grenades as a lotto. Yeah, that is a lot of damage. Just walks in, flank and strike, taking him out. Layson, last one left over for the team one. He's got 3 to get through him. Lotto is going to be first. Final red connecting. Got himself a lot of explosive damage. Trinket, Scatter, walking away from Layson. I like how Scatter does not... Actually, you have a shield. That's probably why he didn't break, did it? Wait, Lotto is playing survival. He's playing that Sentinel, so he does have big grenades, actually. He does have some juice big grenades. If you can have that rain, the star rain, or... Lunar Storm, still connect with Layson. Flank and strike, big damage potentially. Got himself huge grenades. Layson with a quick blind. Does he have himself another big hammer setup? He's got wings. Big hammer potentially. Stun. Hammer 1. Let's go for hammer 2. Big explosion and Layson having to fight versus Mick immediately. Basic protection. May need to come out here. I don't know if he lay on hands. Bubble instead. Is gonna go for hammer. Shatter is gonna break past the bubble. Layson is under a ton of pressure right now. Unless he can find a way to get away from Mick and go for a blind, do something, anything in order to keep himself alive. I need my escape. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. As a rogue, for sure. Blessing is saying helps him live that stun. Stun back into Mick. Mick does not get a reflect. Hammer down. That's going to give him some survivability. Disarmed. I think he still go for a second hammer unless he doesn't have the tier set. Second hammer does come through. He does have a second hammer. Big charge out for Mick. Layson's last immunity was up. Next stun wins this though. Could be anyone's game. Mick or Layson. Another hammer? And you lived it? Thank God it didn't crit. Layson built up for a free hammer proc. Shield of Vengeance. Walking up with Mick. Mick needs a little bit of healing. Again, next stun I think wins this. Defense stands for second. Massive hammer. Mick may just die to Shield of Vengeance. Unfortunately, Shield of Vengeance does take him with Varka charging out. Question is, does Layson have a lay on hands? If you got lay right here, he might be okay. But maybe not. Nope. Never mind. I just said, by the way, that thing looks good. Look at the damage. And Chills with 3 massive bursts out of this guy. Lace it though. Does get the tear set. Does get the hammer. Drop it in. R&B picking up 2. It was against like 1 against the Death Knight and 1 I think against the Evoker, right? Let's get another go. Don't forget PvP. You're all good boys. All good. We get another one going. We got another one in. Alrighty. Chills and Kaderic. Let me know when you both boys are ready. We got 2 right now. So you might be able to join 1 if they got a spot. Boris, we got 2 groups, man. 5 Chills. As soon as you tell me when you're good, we'll send it. Just after the map is gone, like after we're done with the game, let me know how many you got. If you got 5, we'll just send it. If you need more, let me know. If you need my help with the group building or whatever, rebuilding, whatever we need, let me know as well. Chills, got 5. Beautiful. So we'll get another one. Lord Iaron. So we got a quest to go for maps with smaller pillars. Lord Ron is going to be our next map. What other maps would you guys say have like smaller pillars? Because I feel like there's a bunch of pillars, but they're super far away on like Empyrean Domain, the Kyrian one. And that one is really good for casters. I know there's gigantic pillars on Toveron. Would you consider like the big statues, the tiger statue pillars on Tiger's Peak, a big pillar? Because I feel like they're long one way and short another. But that one still has line of sight with the platforms too, like, you know. Because normally the Grand has like some of the most balanced pillars in my opinion. I guess we could go like, I guess we could try Rookery too, or Rook, Blackrook Hold, not Rookery. Imagine if we got an arena on Rookery though, that'd be sick. Dwarven aesthetic, eagles, griffins flying above. Switch. That'd be insane, dude. Got ourselves big chicken over for the team 1. Manpo was popping up some damage. Unfortunately, was playing up against a Frosty or Holy Death Knight, the Death Knight in general. Morales got himself a mix of this like, it's like, I want to have a summer break on Tazavesh. That's essentially Zmog. It looks so good. Insta-stun onto Varka. Before he can even figure out what the hell is happening, his mount is still kind of stuck in. Oh, wait a second. Morales, I think, figured out. Yep, I think it's a bit of a lag. Back it up out, giving him a chance to breathe. Maybe he'll come back. Might be a DC. I do appreciate this man at least, like, you know, at least backing up out of there for a second. Might be Mig that takes his spot, actually. Try to see if you can walk up, give him a quick first aid. Medic bandage. Look at the teamwork, dude. Look at that teamwork. Giving Varka as much of a chance as they can for him to compete if he is able to come back. Maybe completely gone, though. Wait. Mount. Oh, you DC'd? We'll give him a second. If Varka, for some reason, can't play, the next person should go, and Varka should just, like, switch places with that person. Right? Varka second, maybe. Yeah, if he's offline, just let him sit and just like have another person go in dueling. If Varka comes back, just tell him like, Varka, you go in second or whatever, right? Wild and balances why. Complain about a red's being broken, that's for no pillar games where Muggle is best. Yeah, maybe. You know what? No, I mean, why? Well, if I were a rogue, of course I'd be like, yo, can I get some maps that are good for me? I like the Ethereal Portal. Hope you don't complete it because Varka is back. Varka is back, I think. Are you good, my guy? I like this, though. Look at this. Community, the whole community thing, man. Community effort to make sure there's a proper 1v1 duel between two red paladins. Varka get hit with a stunning immediate trinket blinder to Morales. Searing Glare to follow up. Got himself a proper good opener. Got himself blind. Not going to be able to connect. Searing Glare prevents the blind from hitting any target. You're missing all your attacks during it. Shield for Vengeance for Shield of Vengeance. Laying hands for Varka, but a bauble for Morales. Morales after this won't have a forbearance button, so as long as Varka can hold on to the bubble tight and get some damage out, this could be his game to win, potentially from a DC to a possible victory, unless Morales can secure a win. Bubble still available for Varka, does go for the bubble. Morales should be getting lay on hands or Blessing of Spell Warden, something should be coming up very, very soon. Got himself the big Dawn Light, self-kill, may not have it. Oh, Varka from a DC given a chance to compete and took that chance to victory. Well done, well done. There's also a bunch of arena in the arenas not in rotation. What are you talking about? A bunch of arenas not in rotation? Yeah, what arenas would you want? We can do whatever we want, chat. Varka, however, is spent with all cooldowns after the bubble. They said able to take him out fairly quickly. Chills up next. Unholy DK. versus Retribution Paladino. Hammer up immediately. It's going to be AMS up for Chill Pills. Got himself the army spawning in. Or maybe? I think it does. Yeah, no, it does. It does. The way you can tell now, because they changed the... look at that damage from the pets! I was going to explain the whole change to like the Apocalypse as well as the Dark Transformation, how they're one button when you pick up APOC. Layson is having to bubble this. Chills with an IBF. Eating hammers, but Lichborn IBF keeps him fairly sturdy. Layson is under a ton of pressure. Still an army of undeads chasing after him. The Riders, silence to follow. I don't know if he'll have enough here. Blind to keep him in place for a second. Chills with the Reapers into a Death Coil. You can't stop this Unholy Death Knight. Well played by the both of them, but Unholy Death Knight got some burst. There's a group from Multicore if anyone wants to join. We can either get you into a group, Boris, or yeah, if you want to go open up a LFG, man, we can make it work. But yeah, if we got a spot, we can just like, get you in as well. I'm sure as the night goes on, we'll have some rotations. No worries. Cheap shot onto Chill Pills. RMP just blasting right through him with a Viscerate back to back. Chill's able to go for one Death Rig before getting hit with the Disarm. Not in a great spot. Taking so much unstoppable damage from RMP. You can't really prevent the Rogue's damage. Death back as he gets super low. Now he has to play it really defensively, wait for the Death back to fall off, but also wants to deny the Rogue a complete full reset. These pets behind the pillow are gonna do a number on him. But for RMP, he's just building resources until he gets himself another stun on shields. He has a human racial to break out of it. Deathback finally gone. Stun on that pet. Gonna be a cheap shot on shields. Does have a trinket. Got himself AMS for the shadow damage. He just need to find a way to live. Deathstrike's the only thing keeping him alive. Evasion and cloak. Get another cheap shot. Super low in health. Blind for a second. Trinkets out of it. Shields needs a heal right here, right now. Living by Deathstrikes. Every Deathstrike counts. Short stun by the pets. Oh, the pet. Bone, what is it? Bone Chewer Stun? I don't even know what's it called. The Gnaw? I think it's called the Gnaw. G-N-A-W, I think. Full, a bit of healing for Chills. Big Chicken at least giving him a bit of a chance to heal up. First aid, a quick Death Strike. Not complete, let him recover. Letting the man fight for his survival. Big Star Sword is by Big Chicken though. From this, not even Star Sword is from the Boomy. It's Star Sword is from the Dryad. Holy moly. Disarm last second, no Death Strikes. Ah, that is rough. That is rough. Chills, however, was given an opportunity to like fight to live. He got himself one big Death Strike, and that's about all Chicken was gonna let him do. He was gonna let him, I think, get a bit of a channel for what is it? The Mending Bandages too. First aid was doing numbers. Big Chicken is gonna need some healing here. Got a lot of potential damage. These grenades are gonna be massive. Every grenade you hit him with is gonna be like 160% more damage. Look at that. Every grenade hurts in that one. Forsaken up next. Got himself full Unholy setup as well. Army of Undead. As long as he can let the army do work, a lot of gripping him back in, you gotta chain of ice him. You gotta slow him down. Let your pets like attack him the entire time. If you can do that, those pets are gonna do all the work. Turtle is still available for Lotto, but he's doing okay for now. Biting shot, stunned. Oh, that's short stun by that pet. While Dark transformed, it is a little longer while he is transformed. Mick spearing down Forsaken. He still got plenty of defenses. IBF get rotated while he's disarmed. Unable to heal without ability to spam Death Strikes. Mick with an down by the sword. I was gonna say AMS. But die by the sword, give him some full parry. Forsaken may be looking at a death back here. He's got a full bar of runic power. I wonder if he's just going to send it offensively. He may have needed it for Death Strikes. Never mind, he's got a random execute proc on a warrior out of left field. I honestly thought it was maybe lights for him. Trying to get some Death Strikes off of the dragon. Murder Wing, try to see if you can give him a little bit of healing for a second there, but it looks like Forsaken just yoinking him in. Needs those Death Strikes. Needs a kick for the blue. Gotta kick blue to collect points. Oh, but a deep breath, taking it. That was huge. What was that execute? What was that damage? Gotta get ourselves another one going. That was some numbers, dude. These Unholy Death Knights, dude. You guys gotta be running that Reaper's talent, right? Soul Reaper? That's gotta be it, man. That's gotta be doing some of the damage you guys are doing. That was nuts. I honestly thought you guys were maybe potentially dead. But then you guys just live. Which Soul Reaper did that on Frost. Yo, it looks like they're kind of almost rotating Soul Reaper out for Frost in a way though. But imagine Unholy, but as a Deathbringer with Soul Reaper. That would be nuts. Imagine if you could run that as a hero spec, dude. The Scythe, the Big Reap, Chills is ready. Oh no, Chills and Kineric, let me know when you guys got 5, or if you give them bodies. On Frost, it does like 1 mil. So Reaper did that on Frost. On Frost it is 1 mil. How much is it on Holy? If Frost is 1 mil, isn't 1 mil good? I guess 1 mil for a 10 mil health bar isn't amazing. But it's like a tenth of a health bar. Is it 2 mil? Like a fifth of a health bar would be kind of nutty. Generic. Okay, both guys teams are 5 for now. We'll get Boris in here when we get a spot. What other maps do you guys say have less pillars? Like Lord Run is what we ran. Not gonna run Lord Run anymore. Frost average is between 1 and 1.2 million. That is low in comparison to Unholy. 2.5. Yeah. So yeah, basically half. So Unholy could do a 1/5 of your health in Soul Reap if you get them low. Frost is kind of weak in that state. Then yeah, that is true. That would be fair. Maps that are less pillar humpy. I don't know. Are we doing Elysian Domain? Okay, we'll do Domain. We'll do one Domain. We'll do a Flashbang Arena. Except on NA, this is not that bad of a flashbang. We'll run one, but then we gotta play all the other arenas. I do like when we do duels is when we don't go back to any maps too much. Game is pillow humpy. That's what I was kind of thinking. Like, I can't really actually think of an arena that's like has basically no pillars. Because every arena has a sizable number of pillars. Some bigger than others, like Toveron, for instance, is pretty big. Mogambala has this massive, almost a wall down the middle, right? But like, yeah, I don't, this has like smaller pillars, but they're wide, and we've seen how they're so far apart. It's actually really good for caster classes and range classes. On EU, we actually get to see it. Like, Warlock popped off on that one. Which? Avoiding damage better than healing through damage. True, like if classes were better designed to heal through it, I think it'd be fine, but yeah, like, the game is designed with you having to like avoid damage when possible. I know it's annoying for some classes, like, come on dude, I just need my damage, but like, you know, I feel yeah. Big chicken on the team 1, we got ourselves Morales in that pile of people, Forsaken, Layson, and RP also in that pile running as a squad. Elixir Chope is the first one up and running versus Morales. I think a bit of a rematch between the two from the first round. AMS up for Chilpas immediately, does end up having to break out of his stun with an IBF. All the army of deads is in, silence to follow, Morales to the bubble. Chilpas just needs to find a way to escape. Actually cannot escape, he has to bunker down. Lichborn, AMZ, he needs a lot of death strikes in order to catch up here. Does sacrifice the ghoul, sacrifices everything he can just to live. Morales, however, no longer has a big immunity blowing a bubble that early means there's nothing else to keep you alive. It does go down, just a raw damage v damage, raw power versus power, defenses versus defenses. It's literally putting everything on a line to see if you can survive the other guy. Forsaken tried to see if you can go for a grip, but doesn't get to while you're the horse. It looks like the horse actually prevents that full. I guess horse does prevent displacement because it is a that's advanced, isn't it? So I guess grip does not work. I always thought grip works past that though. But maybe I'm just so used to like the paladin horse, which isn't like, you know, prevents movement displacement abilities or whatever. You know what? I'm also a little dumb, but I literally every time I think of a horse, I think of a pally horse. I'm like, horse should be grippable. But no, they're not. Stun short onto Forsaken with the silence right after. Does go for a pre-AMS to try to see if he can counteract Forsaken's go. Shellspiel seeing he's in a weird spot, is going to back up out of there. He has the advantage health-wise versus Forsaken. However, Forsaken still has a load of damage banked up and ready to go. Does go for a big setup. That's going to be a full apocalypse. Silence on the Chilpas to try to see if he can put some pressure. Mad damage. Also does get himself a big proc of undead. I don't know who's undead, whose A-bomb it is. I think maybe Chill's undead. Forsaken able to go for death strikes on that pet. Back to back trying to keep himself alive. Chilpas trying to see if he can poke in, do a bit of damage where he can. Deathback used for Forsaken. He's really unable to heal. Chilpas with an AMS. He has a little bit of a health advantage. Forsaken unable to really get a lot of healing. Executes are coming through and Chilpas with a one last clean claw in shadows. Able to take him out. But Layson is going to be up next. Question is, does Layson give Chills a chance to recover? Looks like first aid, giving him that opportunity at the very bare minimum. Technically, we also have Murderwing, Varka, and Light Messiah who could walk up. He's letting him get a couple of death strikes. Letting him get a few death strikes. Chills is ready to go. Layson giving Chills as much of an honorable duel as he can. Super awesome to see. Whether Layson wins or loses, he's a hero in my book. Silence out for Chilpas. Got himself the army. Big apocalypse. Layson is aware that those pets and that apocalypse is a ton of damage. He's going to be very, very careful with it. That's a lot of undeads chasing after him. Those undeads, there's not a lot of them, but like a couple of goals, and they're juiced out. There used to be like a bunch of undeads doing very little damage. Now there's a few, and they do a lot of damage. Like very noticeable. Shields with the death pack. He wants to make sure he doesn't get stunned up. Does not actually, he does have breaks out of a stun. Lay on hands by Layson. Get himself a full health recovery. AMS still up for chill pills for a second here. Does give him like an in for a second. Get a couple of healing. Back it away from Layson. But a Dawn Light does connect. So Layson has switched his strategy. He's not playing the big Templar build. He's playing the Dawn Light build. So he's going to be able to melt chill pills over time. And he's going to be able to get himself a bit of healing. Army of undeads are running in with the riders in play. Silence. Layson does get hit with an execute into a bubble. Chilpa's trying to see if he can escape the damage as best as possible. While there's immune to Layson does have IBF to break out of a stun. Layson does not have an answer here unless he can self-heal right now with the Wake of Ashes. Stun on all the pets. Shield defenders to keep him alive. AMS for Chills is going in for the kill if at all possible. Grip Layson back in. Does he have the execute damage? Maybe, and does get the range. Just the raw range of death coils and clawing shadows from a distance. Was not able to get himself an execute by the looks of it. That or he got dispelled or just did not proc. But is able to get a lot of healing. Wait, where are we killing him? I mean, if the other team is okay with him getting a reset like that, I'm cool with it. Big Chicken wants to make sure that he got himself a proper honorable duel. Hopefully you're not Convoke. Actually, you are Convoke. You might want to walk away from the rest of the team. Otherwise, it may Convoke into them. And I'm pretty sure you just want to set all your Convokes into Chills, right? Trinket does himself the burst. Blind on all of those other pets that he summoned up. However, the Dryad was still able to fuel the Boomkin's damage. He just sees himself a big go. Couple of huge star surges, and it may just take out Chills right here. Wraith activating the Eclipse. Mad damage to Chills. Death striking for his life to try to keep himself alive as best as possible. Another Dryad joins in with even more star surges back to back. Chills up, no help whatsoever. Neither is Chicken. AMS last second. Chicken just needs to live a little longer. Not enough physical damage to break through AMS, but the pets are in. They're just clobbering him behind the pillar. Death back to give himself a little bit more health. Execute pops up on a Chicken. Pops in a Convoke to try to heal, but it's just not enough. It looks like the damage from Chills with the Riders was enough to keep that health bar down. And Chills is now 4-0 into this match. It looks like RMP is letting that team give himself a full recovery, dude. Full spa treatment. Chills, even Chills got hit with a lay on hands. Is that what happened? Live and Cyber was like, you know what, this is taking too long. Lay your hands. Go, our champion, the champion of Team 2. Does hit AMS immediately on that Shadow Blade's kidney shot. That is going to be able to dampen some of that shadow damage, but still, full rotation of stuns, gets Chills incredibly low. Blind, trinkets out of it immediately. Full Trickster, coup de grace, slicing Chilpos into pieces. IBF barely keeping them together. But he's just not in an amazing spot right now. Like any one big hit and he's just over. He needs to find a way just to live, catch a couple of heals. I don't know if he'll going to be able to. He's got the army, AMS, but he's like physical damage still going to go through. Unless he can stun him. Cheap shot. Yeah, that is tough. I guess a rogue, I don't think it's possible. In that situation, I really don't think it is. RMP try to see if he can get himself a reset. Light Messiah, not going to let him out. Cloak and Vanish is available for Arrowless. There goes the Vanish. Got a bubble out of him. Honestly, may just want to sit in stealth. May just want to sit in stealth for like a little bit, get a bit of recovery. He's picking up the eyes, saps him immediately, trinkets out of it. No more outs and no more big immunity. I don't really know if he can maybe live a stun. Shield of Venice is not going to feel good whatsoever. Cheap shots, however, do lock him down. Does go for a rupture, trying to see if he can escape. Dawnlight is on RMP. Can go for a Vanish here. Gouge for a second. Blessing protection on a Light Messiah. RMP still has a doubt on him. Smoke bomb, try to give himself some cover. I don't know if that'll be enough though. Creating line of sight with a smoke bomb, that is helping a little. Stun. I think it might be lights here. Yeah, it's lights. I guess the Paladin is tough. It is the toughest matchup. I don't know, looking good this season. I think Chills is definitely giving him a run for their money. Definitely giving him a run for the money. Damage department, they're looking very, very strong. Self-survivability on Death Knights, however, has been pretty abysmal for a good while. Not amazing in a one-on-one encounter, but does work. Damn, I did enjoy it though. I mean, to be fair, he also did get like proper honorable duels. He got a proper chance to compete. I feel like if he played like a 5-1 Red no honor, not all the Reds have honor, unfortunately. Not all of them do. Team Laysa definitely had plenty of honor, giving Chills a chance, but yeah. Also, rareless, you do play a rogue. And like, it's our class fantasy. As a rogue player, that no one gives us honor, no one gives us a chance. People just stomp us to the ground. As soon as they see us, it's part of the class fantasy, baby. You know what I mean? That's true. That's true. Chills and Kineric, let me know when you guys got 5, or if you need more bodies, we could always do a bit of a switcheroo. While I save that match, that was fantastic. I enjoyed it. Looks like Unholy is the play right now. Chills, right? Over Frost. That red is a rat. Come on, man. Maybe. Not all reds, though. I will say this: not all reds. Some reds are really, really nice and really cordial. Got some food? Anyone else? Yes. Yes. I can have Boris take over. Got a spot. Boris, invite. Beautiful. Let me get Boris in here. You gotta go. That's so good. Boris, you could take over the team, my guy. The team is all yours, my man. Handle him with care. We got you. We got you a spot, Boris. Pop right in here, my man. Get you in here. Invite. Beautiful. I'll get you in through this. Here we go. Licton. Beautiful. We're in. Chills, let me know when you got 5 and we'll be good to go, yeah? Take care of the team, my man. They're all yours. They're all yours for the taking. No, Reds have thoroughly proven how cringy they are at this point. Oh, you mean like after the whole like Discord server shutting down, not letting people see guides or get useful information for a protest? Like literally blocking information for people's eyeballs in the Discord channel and, you know, taking away useful resources. Yeah, I think, you know, look, Red Paladins felt like, at least in the Discord pally, which apparently not all pallies agreed with the Discord pally. It felt like more like a lot of pallies that I know described it as like, it felt like a Reddit mod situation where like a Discord mod though. Like a Discord moderator was super upset and decided just to like muck it up for everybody. By like basically they were like, dude, that guy does not represent us whatsoever, please. It just seemed like a rogue Discord mod type of behavior, basically. A Discord mod. No, it was somebody that's in the Discord community and they're like a community figure. Again, that's not my, that's what I heard, that's not me. Like, go look at their posts and you'll see how many clown emojis are on there. Many of those are from Red players that are like, this is clown behavior. They don't agree with this guy. So it's like, it seems like a small portion of the community decided to go to really do a proper protest in Discord. You know? Ready, beautiful. I also need to switch over to Boris and Night King. Boris, Night King. Yeah, so like, what arena are we gonna do? There's a hook point. Let's go back to some of the other ones because we can't do any one of these. But yeah, like, there's a lot of people that got like saw it. The whole protest. On one hand, it's interesting that we have like a Discord community protest to get a class buffed. I don't think we've seen that before. So there's some like novelty of like, huh, I never seen this, and some entertainment value of like, this is kind of like a silly little situation, you know? But like, they also annoyed a lot of people that play Red. Like, useful resources just locked away because I want my class buffed. It's like, dude, I'm just trying to look up my talents and asking questions on how to get better at Red. Like, can you guys do that somewhere else? You know what I mean? But yeah, it is, yeah. And like a lot of other people looked at it and yeah. Like people already made weak auras and add-ons that are like instant decline Reds. And like people, those add-ons and weak auras unfortunately are collecting like a lot of download traffic. People are getting those weak auras to instant decline Reds from groups. Like, it's actually that bad. But like, I think those guys might have done more harm than good, unfortunately. And like, a lot of people don't agree with their behavior. It is weird, man. So true. I got it too, dude. A lot of people apparently did. It's getting a lot of traction. Licton gonna be first up over for that team. One with Murderwing over the opposite team, trying to see if he can land a root. Unfortunately unable to. The claw does get a nice enough slow into Licton. However, the succubus does end up putting him out in the open with the stun. Fierce spam, Graves bolts, Deep Breath, just trying to see if we go for the full in, all out damage. Got us at the evoker, homie spawning in, and they are going to continue to beam him down. Licton taking a bit of damage, needs his own disintegrates in order to get even more damage out. Licton, full defense, bunkering down completely. He's got himself wall, dark back, every defensive was used. That's a pretty big trade. Big burst out for Murderwing, and big damage out for Licton as well. However, he's actually going to have his Deep Breath very, very soon. very soon. He doesn't really need that long of a cooldown on it. It's like a minute CD. So as long as he can get himself a decent bit of healing and potentially even use, I don't know if he's running the Verdant Embrace CC immunity ability, but if you can potentially CC immune like a Succubus CC here and there, immunity out of Chaos Bolt, that is massive. That's not going to be able to immune the Chaos Mother damage, unfortunately. Do you have a tier set? For like the big eyeballs? Sleep onto the Succubus, but a Mortal Bolt is going to hurt a lot. Does get yourself a wall. Potential Deep Breath coming up very, very soon. As long as the Succubus does not get a full CC value on you, Deep Breath is in play. Do you have the empowerment abilities too? You need the empowerment abilities to max out your damage. But those Evokers do join in the play. It's going to be Succubus CC around the corner. Bolt is going to connect, doing a bunch of damage into Ruination off the fear. He's still alive. Hold on, he's still alive. He's still alive. Shulpus, I think, running out there immediately like, let's go. Never mind. Sleepwalk onto the Succubus. Maybe he can get some healing stun around the corner. Like, that just seems like a good angle. Gateway was potentially going to give him that angle, but it looks like Murdering maybe. Never mind, his mana is incredibly low. I was going to say maybe there's a chance for him to do some recovery, but why does Evoker's abilities cost so much mana? They literally cannot heal themselves at all because too much mana spent. Literally too much mana. And it's not even like Devastation only. Preservation also has the same issue. Like, you literally cannot spam. Yeah, that's a big old Overlord jumping in. You can't really use your Living Flame ability to heal unless you get like very key procs. Like, outside of it, you literally can't spam it. And then they maybe should reduce it for Dev at least so you can somewhat heal yourself. Like, then just get completely barreled down, covered in ice, absolute avalanche. That is the Breath of Frost. Which was waiting now for the next guy. Is that... Wait, he's gonna hard? I was gonna say for a second, are you gonna hard? She's just waiting for the next guy. What is this? Wait, did you steal a Infernal from him? Is that real? You just steal Infernal from the guy? You Dark Sim Infernal. That is so weird. Is that what you're trying to throw at somebody? Like, whoever's next, I'm gonna Infernal them. Does go in for big damage. Just chicken, full incarnation, everything is available. Got himself. Not incarnation / alignment. Either way, though, does play Convoke. It is going to be a Silence. Reaper's Scythe 1. Reaper's Shilpa should have a second Reaper Scythe, I'm pretty sure. Unless he... Actually, no, I think it's a tier set. Second scythe right here. So he does get 3 scythes in a single use of a Reaper's Mark. In a single use. Maybe Silence's chicken with a Dark Sim? That is diabolical! That is nuts! I think that might be what wins him the game here. Still taking a lot of damage from all those pets and the Dryad. Barely able to stay on top of the bird. Taking him out. The steal of the Silence and then use it to kick him from range is crazy. Because not only does it silence while you're standing under the beam, but it also comes with a fairly hefty interrupt. Like, the actual interrupt does hit, man. It does hit. Hey, you know, it shows the next. Now he's look to the gate. Maybe, yeah, maybe that's why he took the gate there early. He's like, yo, I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. Silence immediately on Layson. Reaper Scythe 1. Does he have a second Reaper Scythe to follow up? Or is that just going to be the tier Scythe? Layson got himself a little bit of healing. Obliterate still connecting. Breath still doing a number of damage as long as Shilpus can get himself Rhyme procs and a Blit procs with Killing Machine. However, Layson does pick up a reset. Stun to Chills, no way out, and Dawnlight unfortunately will be just enough. Varka gonna be up next. Got himself a bit of a positional, but let's see, he's gonna give Layson the Honor Duel. Changing up some strats. Wait, was it Varka that gave Honor Duel before, or is it I think it was Varka that got given Honor Duel, and now he's trying to see if he can show some honorability here as well. I'm pretty sure that's not a word, but I think he's trying to show his honorable muscles. Varka rolled last. Oh, did he? Or lowest rather? Oh, okay. Are they just letting him go now? Just to like let him get a proper game? Because honestly, he did play against a lot of disconnect issues, but he still won. I'm pretty sure, right? Pretty sure. Layson does have a bubble in case he needs to. I don't know if he's got lay on hands or anything. Does get a blind onto Varka for a second. Varka, unless you can get a down on Layson, though, I don't think you're going to be able to pressure him unless you walk at him with a full Dawnlight. But he's got a Dawnlight of his own. Blind, Searing Glare, that's going to give you some pressure. This could be an opportunity. As long as you get that line inside, those Dawnlights are going to be able to do quite a bit of value. Bubble out for Varka. Maybe a bubble out of Layson, actually. Bubble out of Layson too. So both of them bubbled. Varka needs a bit of recovery. Trying to pick up as much self-healing as you can. It's going to come down to whoever has the next stun. Next stun wins unless Layson can just push the damage right now. And might just be able to. Looks like he was able to. Looks like he had a little bit more pressure in his back pocket. With Light Messiah going to be up next. Blind. Does connect. Layson still, however, is stunned. Light beside does burn a trinket for this. Try to see if he can ramp up damage to Layson. Spell Warden, not available. Lay on Hands, maybe? No, Lay on Hands not available either. It's so hard to track some of the Paladin's defenses. Like Bubble and Bop, I can track. Lay on Hands, the game does not track super well. Wait. Did he mean to just start hearthing on him? Is that like the biggest flex? Is that just like the most BM flex ever? Stun him? You're not even worth my time. I'm gonna start prepping a Hearthstone. I'm already getting ready for the next game. Is that what it's supposed to be? Library is taking lots of damage though. Pretty sure you lay in hands earlier. Bubble is out. Morale just used to walk. He's just gonna bubble to counter. He's just gonna bubble while high on health. So that's actually gonna give him a chance versus Lotto too. So you should be able to run out high on health. Gets a stun onto Messiah. Does he have Wake of Ashes? Wake of Ashes coming up very, very soon. As long as he has an out of the stun or just lands a kill. And does land the kill. Lotto, last one left over for the team 2. This is your chance. Morales no longer has a bubble. Spell Warden and Bop is the only thing he's got. Maybe a Lay in Hands. Does get a stun around the corner with the full what's it called? The Lunar Storm. Whenever you go for grenades right now, this should be huge grenade damage. Morales with a Lay on Hands as he drops super low. A lot of trinkets out of this. Straight chapter follow. Those grenades were doing a number. Actually, so good. You can throw a grenade maybe, or a coordinated assault, then a big grenade after, and you still have a couple of those big grenades after the Lunar Storm subsides too. So as long as you can get yourself another Lunar Storm, I think you might just have a chew win. Bop and a Spell Warden, however, is still available. I think for Morale, Spell Warden is better. Does get himself the Lunar Storm, big damage, flank and strike. Does he have more grenades? Got himself a Fury of the Eagle, but I think Morales just got plenty of damage just to reverse it. Never mind, the Paladins, man, bringing it back for team 1. A lot of trying his very, very best, but it's rough out there. Let's get us another one going, boys, yeah? ONYXIA, get another one rolling. Chills and Boris, let me know if you guys are good, or if you need more bodies. I'm sure we can get a couple more in here. Dude, these are fast pace over on the team at A. This is crazy quick, man. Check disc. Well, real quick. Yes, we can. We can definitely do that. Our first mini 10's done. Nice. Nice, Belly. Are you the warrior? Or are you the prod DK? Either way. Nice. Free mill. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Boris and Chills, let me know when you guys are good to go. I haven't been able to play in a week. Won't be able to until the next Wednesday. Actually, Thursday. How come? Traveling, work stuff, or other things? That's unfortunate, man. At least catching up is really easy, right? I actually was able to get I was gonna put a video together. I'm still working on it, but I was like, somebody said crates is really good for conquest and bloody tokens and stuff. I was like, I really do need to get my games in this week, but I wonder if I could like take 20 minutes to do some crates and just like cap out on conquest. And yeah, you can. Maybe like not literally 20 minutes, but like 30 minutes to an hour of time spamming crates. You can get a lot of points. It's ridiculously easy. Same time we're getting busy. Yeah. Happens. Hopefully you're doing all right, man. At least if anything, nothing is permanent and you'll be back to chilling, relaxing, gaming, having a good time, right? Plus, we got midnight stuff to take a look at, you know, what crates. What do you mean what crates? PvP crates. You can just fly around, get them whenever they drop in. And you can get groups for crates. Chills needs a 1 body. Chills needs +1. He is listed. An Ice Hunter apparently is listed. I don't know what that is all about. But Chills is listed if you guys want to join in. We got a spot. But yeah, PvP crates. If you just join like one of the crate groups, they usually run an add-on that tracks like what phase you're in. And people just call out whatever crate is available, and then like a full raid of people swoops in, kills the other faction, Horde Alliance, takes the crate, gets points, fly up to another zone, and these crates spawn like every few minutes. So it's like you go into one zone, grab a crate, go to another zone, grab a new crate, go to another zone, grab a new crate. We got enough zones between like the 4 main ones, Koresh, Undermine, and Siren Isle, and all of them are constantly spawning crates. There's like always a place to be. There's almost no downtime, or you're just constantly walking, going from one crate to the next, and you're just constantly collecting them. It is crazy. But yeah, it's really, really good. So if you want to get a character geared for PvP and you haven't done any PvP and you're just like, I don't want to just go in, farm Endless Honor, then get farmed in arenas, to then farm Conquest, just do crates. You'll get Honor, Bloody Tokens, you'll get Conquest, you'll cap out very, very quickly. And next week we should be getting our PvP weapons too. So like, if you do it now, it's really that won't take that long. But yeah, if you just try to get like fully capped out and at least get yourself a full set of PvP gear, crates is crazy good. You just gotta find one of those groups in LFG that's like doing them. But yeah, if when you do find one, join in and then just fly around. Like a lot of the times, they just need enough people that are doing like timers on it. So you need like certain people in certain zones to do the timers. But once you get that going, you're good. You're good. Let me see if anybody's on. Rosie, maybe? Messaged Kobe earlier. So potentially might still get a message from him back. None given? He's an Ecodome. But maybe. But yeah, when you're Onomas boys, it will be good to go. See the video on Outlaw Rookies and Daggers? I did. I don't think that... Look, maybe they're changing Outlaw so you actually do start using daggers. That'll be interesting. I don't think they actually had him using daggers on purpose. It looked like he was mostly auto-attacking and sinister striking and hitting those unseen blade special animations. I don't think he was actually using dispatch or anything like that. I don't think so. Maybe they'll change rogues and we are just dagger users, which I'll be cool with. I always thought it was kind of nice to have swords, you know, as Outlaw, but I'll be okay if we use daggers too. I don't think it makes a difference. Daggers are technically better. Like, they hit faster than normal weapons. And normal weapons are normalized, so daggers actually would be better. They just don't... The scale just fine too. We actually had a double dagger build back in BF8 where we could use Slice and Dice to give us a buff called Snake Eyes, and it would basically make our next Sinister Strikes hit harder. And that damage, basically we would just like build 5 comp points, Slice and Dice to get Snake Eyes, then spam Sinister Strikes until full comp points, use up all our charges, then Slice and Dice again to get Snake Eyes again, and then we'd do it for 5 Sinister Strikes. So we just Sinister, Pistol Shot procs if you want to, but mostly just spam Sinister. Once you're out of charges, Slice and Dice. Then Sinister spam, Slice and Dice, Sinister spam. And that was more damage than playing normally. We did use 2 buttons for the most part, and it was excellent. It was really strong. And then they nerfed it, obviously, because that's not what they wanted us to do. Just use either. No, for rogues right now, as Outlaw, you would use a heavy weapon like a sword, mace, fist, or an axe in your main hand, and it doesn't really matter what you use in offhand. Technically, daggers are slightly better. Like, equivalent item level sword, axe, whatever, versus a dagger, best stats, secondary, dagger is slightly better. It doesn't make that much of a difference. It's just slightly better. Make a new weapon mocked or a new weapon. Maybe they'll do that with the new transmogs because they're doing outfits, right? You'll be able to mock a slot, and if you like mock main hand a sword in that slot, even if you have like a dagger, it should still look like a sword. I don't think they'll let like assassination rogue run around with swords or axes or anything like that, but yeah, this is the first NA duels in a while. We some a week ago. Yeah. Let's see who else can I invite. Bodycam is doing Toblerone stuff. Thanks for doing them again. Dude, of course, man. Of course. I missed the NA homies. Where's Chicago, dude? Where's Rosie? That's what we're missing, man. That's what we're really missing. We got Jash, Kevin, Kobe, like if none Kevin gets out of his thing, out of his ecodome, then I'm probably gonna shoot him a message. Actually, who is Rue? I don't remember Rue. I feel like I should know Rue, but I don't know who. are Rue. See if somebody was joining. Hey, wanna join? See if he's down. Try to see if we can get him in here. Stoneblood joined these a couple of times. Might be another Paladin, but it would be Paladin Team Chills, which only has one, I think. I think one. See, maybe Nugget wants to join Tim. See if they'll be down. Not over Frost DK is not yet. Does Outlaw Rogue what to main? It's looking kind of good. Like overall, like viability wise, it's not as bad as people thought it was going to be. Right over in the like Mythic Plus, it's actually looking kind of good. Over in raids, it doesn't have a lot of presentation, but a lot of people do play Assassination over Outlaw. But like, I think this season might be a good season for Outlaw, man. Yeah, I think this season might be a really good season for Outlaw Rogues. I do think so. It's looking kind of solid. Like, you can technically, it's a good season for rogues in general. It doesn't really matter what spec you play, really. Because look, over in like M+, for example, at least for now, Outlaw is really good. But so is Assassin Subtlety. It's like slightly ahead, but these numbers, they shift around all the time. Like as soon as somebody switches over a spec, these numbers adjust. But Outlaw was looking really good. Even in Raid, it doesn't have a lot of popularity on Mythic, which it never really does historically, but like numerically, they're both Outlaw and Subtlety are gapping Assassin. So over the next few weeks, as more people give those other specs a try, we could totally see things like shifting around a little bit too. But yeah, I think if you wanted to play Outlaw and you wanted like a good season for Outlaw, this may be one of the better seasons for them. Yeah. I don't know how it's gonna be like. Maybe at some point everybody will drop the spec, but it's having a good start right now. What about PvP? Pretty sure Outlaw was getting played over at the like Gamescom, wasn't it? As the spec of choice. Assassin is also really good. PvP is always a weird one. I think in like solo BG Blitz, Outlaw is really good for like some of the objectives. I think in solos it could also be really good in threes in general. I don't think all the rogues are that far different. I think maybe that the nerd, the trickster fate-bound coin thing, Assassin was looking like it was going to be the go-to. I think it's all about a flip at the moment. It's all flip in air. It could be anyone's game, honestly. It's hard to gauge just because normally historically Outlaw isn't good. Except sometimes it is, and when it is good, it's really good. And this should not be a bad season because we got a really good tier set with the fate-bound. Hell, even Trickster tier set is pretty good for Outlaw too. And the damage the spec has is very consistent. The mobility it has is also really good. And it's proven to be really good in Season 2 for PvP. It didn't get worse for Season 3. It in fact got better, so it should be better. Again, I want to say like my gut feeling says it should be good this season. But historically, usually Assassination is like a safer pick. Outlaw, Dead Last, or Murloc. Beginning of the season, but also like every class is dead last compared to Paladin or Murloc. Murloc also is not able to track a lot of the information accurately. They use a lot of the information does not use like a lot of the information for most part uses Armory, but Armory is not really working right now. Like when you go look at people's talents, Armory is not functional at the moment. Talents temporarily unavailable. So a good portion of the API uses Armory to track stuff. Outside of that, they use an outside sources like whatever other websites that track it, like Drustore, for example. And look, Outlaws never really had a higher position, even like in Shadowlands, where the spec was absolutely S++ tier, cracked out of their mind. It still had a very small population. But the Outlaws that did play were literally rank 1, above every other melee class. 2s, 3s, it was insanity, right? So even in the seasons where Outlaw was like absolutely cracked out of its mind, population numbers always were low. But it doesn't mean that it's like bad or anything. It was really good, like insane. So yeah, I think we need like an entire expansion of Outlaw being consistently good for those numbers to just like normally naturally grow. It's kind of like survival hunters, right? Good portion of like WoW that were not great, and then one season in Shadowlands they had the strongest tiers that ever, and they were just absolutely out of their minds. I can remember the clip when we forgot to remove the swords and joined Solo Shuffle Assassin swords could not use no knife. Just just random knives and throwing knives and still landing kills. I guess you can still kill the shot, right? So as long as you can do that, you're good to go. Alrighty, boys. We're still waiting for that +1. I want to see fucking. I whispered none. I whispered stone. I'm gonna try to see if I can get either one of them in here. Otherwise, I'm going to figure out who else do I invite. Because Chihuahua, I can't invite. I don't really know that guy. I think body count is down. And Blue Dragon, I know he joined the before. But is a PvE guy unless his season has changed? Wait, Turk maybe? Big Meech. Maybe we can get him in here. How's the internet goes? We're actually popping out for a good while. Slowed down a little bit, waiting for +1. But otherwise doing pretty good, Rick. You should have seen Chills early as a Holy Death Knight, bro. Actually just monstrous damage. Oh, so you got with the triple hammer from Layson. Pretty wild too. Actually wild. Okay, ASAP is unavailable. He is queuing up arenas. Speaking of arena queue, dude. Kid Eric, we're gonna have to wait until Chicago's around. Oh, Kineric's not even around. That's another guy we're missing. If Kineric was on, I feel like we'd have a body fill right now. But yeah, me and Kineric still need to do some get some threes whenever Chicago's on. Try to see if we can get something going. Should be pretty fun. But yeah, we're just waiting for like an extra body, boys, I think. Beautiful +1. This first key is a Feral and a +8. You'll be fine. Ferals are really good right now. Actually pretty solid. Okay, body count also is a no-go, so we're just waiting for a second. Are we missing one more person? We are missing one more. Team Chills is a +1 body. If you do have a friend you want to invite, they are listed on the Molten Core. And should be able to find the group pretty easily. I'm assuming there's not that many groups listed for Molten Core. Message, go for it, man. Yeah, just +1 will be good. We can get a bunch of games in. Rick, you know, remember how yesterday in EU, like the game kicked me out to prevent EU from getting any games in? It's just, we're just taking a quick breather to give us the same EU experience, you know what I mean? Do you know if Feral is still doing 4 comp points? So they are at 4 comp points outside of Berserk. Berserk, you can hold up to 3 extra comp points. So during Berserk, you go for 5. But you want to make sure you're not overbuilding too hard. But you can bank up 3 extra. And you constantly generate a comp point passively. So during Berserk, you're going for 5s. Otherwise, 4 is fine. That was unlucky? Yeah, dude, actually super unlucky. We just got on, slamming through EU duels, having a lot of fun. And then the game is just like, nope. Thanks, Blizzard. Appreciate it. Super fun, man. Super fun. But yeah. Alright, is Seals easy peasy. Then I'm like 2 or 3 keys away from 2KO and of course a double Ravage fun. Yeah, the Ravage tier set. I'm not a big fan of the Feral tier sets in terms of how they play. Like double Ravages is just like very passive, just like automatic. You don't actually do anything. The extra combo points from the bonus crit chance, you can generate more combo points that way, is nice. It's good. I don't think you really take any talents to really play into the tier set in a necessary major way. Carry me through keys? I'll be down. Although double rogue doesn't work super well, but I'd be down to run you through some. Yeah, that'd be fun. I guess like you can still do like, you know, everything up to like a +10 or so. Because usually you would only take 1 rogue per team. Bet. I'll be down, man. I still gotta farm some pieces of gear. So maybe we could like see if we can sign up for like I don't know if you got any score whatsoever, but I'm pretty sure we could sign up for a couple of 8s. Get you KSM. Is it all 8s and like maybe a couple of 9s for KSM? It's not like super high anymore, chat, is it? So wanna try Grove Guardian Booming? It was really good on PTR. It was really fun on PTR. And then they nerfed it. 2K or 2.5? 2K. Pretty sure it's all 8s. 2.5 is like a couple of 12s here and there, but not really. Don't even need like all of them at a 10 or anything. I'm pretty sure. At 3K, I'm pretty sure it's like 13s and like half 12s, half 13s. Pretty sure. Is Skinner back? Maybe he's in, but he's not in. Possibly. Bro, whisper him in a second here. See if he's back or not. 3K is 2 13s, 6 12s, plus 2. Really? Okay, so previously, last season, I'm pretty sure, maybe I had it wrong, but last season it was like you needed 4 12s and 4 13s, all timed. But I guess like if you plus 2 12s, oh, all 6 of them used to be a plus 2. Oh, okay, that actually makes sense. Yeah, that seems like I got 3K with 6 12s, 2 13s. Okay, so all 6 of them used to be a plus 2. Got it. I feel like at that point I would just do 13s because they're like not that much harder, and you don't need to be like speed running them. But I guess like if you're absolutely blasting through a 12 and absolutely demolishing it, then yeah. I feel like it's like I would say it's probably easier just to go like 4 12s, 4 13s, and just take your time with them. But unless you're just absolutely slamming. I just don't think a lot of groups really get a plus 2s in a lot of cases. I noticed a lot of pugs, they'll pull very, very slow. Real slow. Just doing like a couple of 10s just for like gear. I was doing gambit runs and I finally got a neck, so which allows me to upgrade my current neck. I like to get a gambit ring and gloves from Halls, that would tell me. And it is a 280 score and plus 1. 2K is super free. Just do a couple of 6s, few 7s, 8. Yeah, a couple of 7s, couple of 8s. All that stuff. Okay, gonna message Caneric, see if he's back. Otherwise, we are waiting. These deals have been really, really fun. Unfortunately, we had to slow down for a second. But I've been having a lot of fun with these. Especially over in Team NA, because I feel like NA just brings like different kind of energy than EU. It's different. Not necessarily better or worse, just different. Bursty. Bursty, I think is the best word I can think of. Like super gigadam. Oh, Light Sword is what we're missing too. Yeah, if we get Light Sword in here, Vermilius. But he's not on 9. Actually, I haven't seen him really on as much ever since the nerfed coin. I think the coin nerf, he said, was already hot fixed in, but I don't know if it was actually hot fixed in yet. I'll get something else. They just got a 5th. I think. Are we good? Chill says it's good. Are we still listed? You're listed. Beautiful. Alright, we're sending. Let me do... What are we going to do? Let's do it. Dalaran Sewers. Is that Pillow Humpy? Hope not. We got to fill, boys. We're in, baby. Back in business. $930 audio recordings is a lot. Is a lot for the games that we've been able to play so far. Alrighty, switch. Got ourselves Big Chicken Ore for the Team 1 ready to go. We got Morales on Team Layson, Licton as a Warlock, and RMP. Maybe first potentially. It looks like he's trying to get out of the gates pretty quickly. Chills on the Unholy. Lotto over for the Survival. Murdering in the back. Got ourselves Nadralina as well as Varka. What is this turtle shell thing you got going on? Okay. Is that the Trading Post turtle shell, or is that the... Wasn't there a turtle shell you could get from a Twitch thing, chat? Pretty sure I got one, but I'm not 100%. I was trying to get the bear thing. And it said, like, you got the bear, and then some kind of other mog. I'm pretty sure it's the thing. Wait, is it Chills, or is it... Not really, no. I think I'm trying to figure it out. Might be Chills. And it looks like potentially Big Chicken first up. But I think they're potentially maybe still also trying to figure out who's going to be first up. Stun onto Chill Pills immediately. Chicken trying to see if he gets some damage out. Insta Army with a stun onto Chicken. Got himself a bunch of damage, but Bear from immediately. Heart of the Wild Insta just to get himself as much survivability as possible. Try to get a cast on the Wrath. Is able to at least get one to maybe proc a little bit of damage from those trees. AMC, but what is the damage from afar? Was that Execute? Was that Reapers? What in the actual insane hell was that just now? Seriously, what was that? What actually was that? Licton gonna be up next. Got himself a bit of damage into a, or not damage, bit of CC. Mortal Coil, Fear. Ledgeborn's out of it immediately. AMS is up, trying to see if he gets some damage out. Infernal is in place. Silence out. Dark Pack for a second. Reaper's Mark is getting procced though. Or is it someone else that's proccing it? What is that effect? It looks like it's like Execute something. Like the Reaper's Mark proc, but I'm pretty sure you can proc it when he's like still high on health, right? Unless you hit like the Succubus. Do you have a Succubus? Is there a pet nearby? Dropping it down, a bunch of damage. Succubus is still in play. No, I do see that thing on the side. Unless it's like in the Execute range somewhere somehow. AMS up for chills. Got himself a bit of immunity to magic damage. Chaos Bolt eating it to the face, but can't eat a second one. Able to absorb one. Licton just continuously pumping the damage into him. Mortal Coil right after. Chaos Bolt, however, honestly, unfortunately, light aside and try to go for a kick. Does not connect. Grip into kick, but does it juking him. Bolt still trying to get those bolts in as possible. Got himself the Chaos Mother, which is exactly what Brock is looking for. It is going to be big damage. Shows with a silence, bad damage. Licked him with a Warlock Hellstone. Doesn't matter though. Immediately gripping the Morales for a Death Strike. Is going to be able to break out of that stone with a human racial. Morales taking quite a decent bit of damage though. Bubble out, sets a full immunity. Chilpin just trying to see if he can escape. I don't know if he has himself survivability for this. No, unfortunately. IBF coming back really soon. And unfortunately, without full setup, without full immunity, there's just not much that could really be done. Morales is going to be up next versus Nadrelina. Full Searing Glare. Morales with the Shield of Vengeance. Maybe looking for a Spell Warden here. I don't know if he has it available yet. Forbearance is going to be on him after that bubble, but he's definitely going to need to press a button here. He's going to have to press some button. Lay on Hands or Spell Warden. One of those got to go. Spell Warden or Lay on Hands is being used immediately. You still have Spell Warden. You just got to live long enough for that Forbearance to last out long enough. Nadrelina taking a bit of the dot damage, but landing that stun. Epic should hopefully not be down off of that stun. Spell Warden should still be in play. Once you find what majority to time it correctly. May need it right here. Definitely need it right then there. I don't know if it was available or usable or whatnot, but it looks like Team 1 is getting chopped right through fairly quickly. It's going to be down to Layson and RMPXO to try to see if they can find a way to get some kind of like a victory here. Nadrelina, Lay on Hands, did end up using Blessing of Saint in order to give himself a little bit of CC immunity. Too many Paladins this match. Too many Paladins in general, but I feel like they're just that's just in PvP in general. Nadrelina with a bubble, trying to see if they can potentially punish Layson if at all possible. Oh, might be. That was next. Might be. I meant to do Tolveron. Yep, didn't mean to do the Dalaran sewers. I did say tell Boris I'm gonna do a Lord Tolveron for him. He asked for Tolveron. I told him I'm gonna do Tolveron. I ended up not doing Tolveron. I'm a bad friend. Bad YouTuber. Layson with a Lay on Hands, blind by Nadrelina, has Searing Glare to follow up, so you gives you an opportunity to at least continue to pump damage on Layson. However, Layson still got big damage taken. Maybe looking at a bubble if he's not careful. Nadrelina picking up some damage though. Bubble out for Layson to make sure he's okay. Try to see if he can end the zone right now. Nadrelina, nowhere to go, nothing to do but eat a Hodge and go down. That is unfortunate, with Varka going to be up next. Layson's only big ability now left is, only big ability for him right now is potentially a chance to Spell Warden a big go by Varka and just go for as much self-healing as possible. He is Herald of the Sun, so I think he might decide to play double Dawnlight to just live. Need more variety? I don't disagree. Definitely we do need more variety, man. Keep rolling glass. No, dude, the rogue rolls. Wouldn't happen if you're Outlaw rogue. Outlaw rogues are really good at rolling. Just gotta get better at slash rolling. You know what I mean? Oh man. Layson does keep the pressure on Tavarka. Even a little bit. Stun with a Shield of Vengeance, Searing Glare. Layson knows he just needs to back the hell out of here. I don't know if he's got himself a Dawnlight that he can put up. Any pre-healing you could do with that healing over time ahead of time would help you out a lot. And stuns. Varka trinketed. I'm not really sure what. I don't know if he got stunned last second or anything. But yeah. Blind onto Layson, but it breaks. Laying hands by Varka. Layson needs a lot of healing. Varka, though, is super low in health. What is happening? Does have to bubble. Layson, as long as he can live. Spell Warden to trade with a bubble. I think Layson brings it back out from the dumps of Dalaran sewers and might be able to crawl out towards the top to this victory. Holy, it does take it. That was some burst off of Laying hands. That was some burst right there. What was that? Blind immediately onto the survival hunter. Searing glare to follow. Cannot remove it. It is going to back up behind the pillar. Just got himself plenty of banked up damage. A big nade thrown in. Layson taking a lot of hits there. Lotto just trying to see if he can get himself a bit of a reposition. Layson brocking a random wigs. Does end up eating a binding shot, unfortunately. Another set of grenades out for Lotto. Trinkets out of it. Shield events for Layson. I don't know if he got a Laying hands. He doesn't have bubble. He doesn't have immunity. Laying hands may be the only thing keeping him alive here. That are just dawn lights. And just gonna have to play it super safe, super steady. Does go for the full wake of ashes with at least one dawn light on himself. Maybe could do a dawn light onto Lotto. Gonna get a freezing trap. Does he have Laying hands is the question. Otherwise, Lotto, I think, adds it. Laying hands is available. For Lotto, it may be Eternal Shield. Does go for Eternal Shield. Not out of the woods just yet. Layson is still taking a lot of damage from that Lunar Storm. It is passive damage. It is very good. Stun onto Lotto before he can really react, however. Layson does end up taking him out. Murdering is the last one left over for the team. Two. Where's your Mog? Oh, I kind of like that, actually. The shot of pan look. Wait, that actually looks sick as hell. That actually looks kind of sick. Hell yeah, dude. Look like Survival Hunter. I like that. Hey, that actually looks good. I like that a lot. But it's giving Layson an opportunity to have an auto duel. Bubble coming up for Layson very, very soon. Murdering technically also has an immunity, so he can trade Bubble with his own immunity of time stop. Deep breath. Trying to see if he can get an angle versus Layson. If he can get yourself some damage with those empowerment, with those extra dragons with you, that'd be great. Having to go playing defensively, just spamming Living Flame on himself just to heal up. Layson wants to approach him, but for murdering right now where he's at, he could potentially set up a sleepwalk and maybe give himself a big go. Layson has a trinket though, so he's in a great spot right now. Disintegrates, whatever disintegrates you can do around the pillar, that's going to help you out a lot. Because damage that Layson cannot really stop. Trying to go for a sleep on him. As long as Layson doesn't get a dawn light on you, you might be okay. Full mastery of breath damage is out. Trinket out for murder. However, gets hit with a stun. Does get himself defenses ahead of time though. So you should be able to recover health. Does go for immune. That should help him recover a little bit of healing. Wait, does that also stop your healing too? Oh, that might be rough. Sleep, it's over. Layson brings it back for the team. I am kind of surprised. Chilpa's pulled off some decent, really solid damage. But Layson brings it back out on top. I miss Layson running around with a big hammer bonking people. But Herald of the Sun is still way too good for PvP, man. Can't blame a single paladin for using that. Let's get us another go in here, boys. This time, Tolvaron. This time, actually Tolvaron for my man, Boris. Yo, let me know when you guys are both ready. And we'll send it. And Chills is good. Oh, 2 out of 5. Never mind. Chills group did fall apart. We're gonna need extra bodies for Team Chills if we are gonna try this. Oh no. Oh no. Group died. No. No. Oh, daggers. You playing with just so nice? Yeah. Yeah, I see it. You can ambush, you can rupture. But yeah, smoke bomb setting it up. That's funny. Yeah, doing a no dagger assassination. You would think that in arenas they would let you switch weapons, but I guess like weapons don't break in arena. I can create my own group real quick if you want to. Yeah, we'll just need a couple more bodies for Team Chills whenever he gets listed. Yeah, unless Chills call it here. For 1 or 2 more, we could probably do a couple more, yeah. Chill said GG's. I think we're gonna go do keys. Yeah, so if you guys wanna make your own group real quickly for a couple more, I'm down. We got about like 15 minutes or so. GG's. Or we can call it here, chat. That's another option. But yeah, Airless, if you want to just throw a group together really quick, we can get a couple of games in. I'm down, man. I'm down. I got Boros cover. I'll make my own real quick. Cool. Cool. So then Boris will just need a +1. But yeah, that works. Works for me, man. But yeah, dude, I'm so hungry, man. I'm so hungry. I'm not used to doing these streams at 5 p.m. over on the NA anymore. It feels like we want to do them at 3, and my schedule, my full food schedule is just like set up for EU nowadays. I'm so hungry, dude. It's not even funny. Just some Red Pelican that my key by putting his own in, and then him and the healer fail completely on mechanics and cause back-to-back wipes. Damn. That is unfortunate. Got a +2 spots that we need over for the team Boris boys. If you want to join Boris, you're more than welcome to. I'm gonna need 2. So if somebody was on Team Chills and you want to join Team Boris, you're more than welcome to, boys. More than welcome to. They got a couple of spots. We'll try to see if we can put a group together. If like in 10 minutes we don't get anything up and running, we might just call it there. Because you're about that time, boys. I got chili tonight, so after this I'm gonna go eat some chili, chill on the couch. And then I got some work to do with all Blizzard new announcements from earlier. They had the whole like panel on future content, talent stuff, so it's a lot to talk about, man. I was taking a lot of notes. Wasn't able to watch the panel live, but apparently some people were able to. But I was able to watch it as soon as they put it up on YouTube. Got a lot of cool stuff for midnight, man. It's actually looking kind of exciting. Actually looking a little bit exciting. I am hoping we'll still see like other things like character customization additions and bunch of class changes, since we're not really getting a new class this expansion, just a spec. Although it is cool that we're seeing like expansions on hero talents. I think that's really good, because it could potentially like help add more talents in to help iron them out, and hopefully they'll be doing some changes to them too. But it's interesting. I was thinking they were gonna do a route of like giving us another hero spec or something, like add more of them. Oh, is Boris, your group falling apart completely? Is that group dying? Okay, I think we GG's. Yeah, Boris' team fell apart, so we're just gonna call it here, boys. Yo, Airless, I appreciate you, but I think we're gonna call it. Team Boris also fell apart, so we're just gonna call it there. It's GG's, boys. I appreciate you guys for being here. Thanks so much for popping in, man. And Duels was still a lot of fun. Definitely gonna be doing more of them next week. EU, Friday, Saturday at a. Tomorrow is a day off for me. Monday is a also day off for me. I am gonna have to schedule some things for Monday. Monday might be a big day for me. I'll be doing stuff, and then Tuesday we'll back to the regular. But yeah, when is Legion Remix ending? I gotta get on that sometime this week before it's over. I gotta collect as much footage as I can for that and try to see if I can like level a little bit, because I'm still not done with all the zones, but I need to get done with them ASAP. Boston is at least fairly quick. I might turn off the hard mode just so I'm like blazing through the quest super quickly. I was thinking hard mode was gonna give me more XP, but I don't think it's really giving me more XP. I think it's making enemies tougher, which I like the difficulty, but yeah. We definitely do, man. We definitely do. Alright, chat. Thank you all. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed either participating in duels or watching them. As always, I appreciate all of you. Let me leave you guys off with like a really good song, man. What song have I not listened to in a hot second here? I have one song in my... There it is. There it is. I like this one a lot. Big fan of this one. You guys have a good one. Take care. I'll see you guys on another stream Tuesday. And as always, I'll see you guys in more videos tomorrow, day after, up until... Dude, we got like the most amount of content coming up too. Season 3 is in. It's been really fun. Right? The Race to World First is still happening. Probably going to be done by this weekend, I imagine. Or before the reset. Or by the reset. Then we got still Season 3 Mythic Plus, rating, PvP. Probably going to be doing more class tuning. Then Legion Remix at 11.25 and 2 boost for Season 3. Then 11.27 with early housing. And somewhere during that time, Alpha and Beta for Midnight, boys. And then eventually midnight, we're going to be packed with the amount of content from here on out, dude. It's gonna be non-stop and into a whole new expansion. No season 4, none of that. It's actually gonna be wild, dude. Am I ready? I don't think I am, dude. I don't think I am. I should have taken vacation before all of this. I feel like. Alrighty, boys. I'll see you guys next one. Alrighty, peace.